Someone like me, I'm 33 years old now. When does the damage begin?
It starts right now. It starts right now. As soon as you're around 30, you're already starting to have trouble. You have to. But you know, this is what I do. I look at that patient walking into my room, and if I see that he's got a belly sticking out, I already know he's probably got insulin resistance because all the fat is in here. Because the fat that's in the stomach, sideways, he looks terrible. From the back, he looks great. His waist is increased. He doesn't have all the fat everywhere else in his body. That's the phenotype of somebody who has hyperinsulinemia. That same person goes on a cruise, he'll come back 5 to 10 pounds more because he's got so much insulin in his body. Insulin is a storage molecule, puts everything away. And it's very hard for him to lose weight.
Why is it harder?
The only thing that'll make you lose that fat very quickly is to change your diet, of course, but you have to do fasting. Because fasting brings your insulin level. See, this is where fasting comes in. So what does fasting do?
Do you mean fasting or a calorie deficit? Or is it the same thing in your view?
No, they're not the same thing. They are not the same thing. You see, when you don't eat, your insulin levels come down because you're not stimulating your pancreas anymore. So you want to bring your insulin levels down. The best thing you can do in the world is to do fasting. Because there's no, look, if I just simply cut down on my calories, then there's a different physiology that's going to take place in the body. And when you fast, there's a totally different physiology. When you cut down on calories, the body senses that there's caloric deficit. Your metabolic rate changes, actually slows down. And the body will start breaking down everything, muscles included. So you lose fat and you also lose muscles. On the other hand, when you're fasting, it's a different physiology. Fasting is, I've put on fat, now I'm going to take it out of the bank. Now the bank is going to be available for me to pull out my calories and use it now. And you start burning the fat. So in the first 12 hours of a fast, you take out all the glucose in the form of glycogen from your muscles and your liver. After 12 hours, you start pulling the fat out. And the first place the fat comes out of is going to be visceral fat. That is why fasting benefits you so much, because it gets rid of that worst fat, the fat that is very inflammatory. You see, if I did a biopsy of your visceral fat versus a biopsy of, let's say, a fat from on your buttock, two different types of fat. One is full of inflammatory molecules. The other one is not full of inflammatory molecules. One is producing interleukin-6 and tumor necrosis factor, and this other fat is not. These are two different fat storages. Visceral fat is very toxic. It's very inflammatory. And that is why patients who have visceral fat make all these molecules. So when I do the blood test, I see that, oh, you've got so much inflammation. You've got interleukin-6 is high, tumor necrosis factor is high, your CRP is running high. And one of the reasons for this is not just leaky gut and other things that I look at, but in your case, it is also because you have a lot of ectopic fat. Ectopic fat. Ectopic fat is now we're realizing is not just only around the liver and around your pancreas, it's also around your heart. So when we look at the coronary arteries and we see all those fat around the coronary arteries, you had a very nice diagram right there. And you can see that around each artery, there's that yellowness. That yellow is all plaque. Fat. There's fat around that, and it's plaque forming. It's plaque forming. It stimulates plaque. It's inflammatory. And now we can do CT scans that will actually detect how much inflammation is in the fat around the arteries as well. Ectopic fat is around the coronary arteries, it's in your liver and in your pancreas, and it is very inflammatory.
On this point of fasting, so if you have someone come to you and they have that physique where there's a bit more of that protruding belly fat, you said that fasting is a much better approach than just sort of a calorie restriction. I was looking at some studies that said research shows that calorie deficits of any kind can reduce visceral fat, but fasting will give it an edge because of the insulin sensitivity stuff that you talked about as well. What kind of fast should one be doing? Because there's so many different names for these fasts. People do these 40-day water fasts and they do intermittent fasting.
It's a great question. So there are many, many different types of fasting. depending on your goal on what do you want for that particular patient. So if a patient is just simply looking to reduce his visceral fat, then I start with 12-12, which means 12 hours, you don't eat anything, you just drink liquids with no calories in it, and then 12 hours is your feeding period. We start with that. And we do that for about 2 to 3 weeks. Then we quickly move to 18-6. 18-6 means 6 hours you get to eat. 18 hours, it's only water, black tea, black coffee, green tea, no calories.
All right, we watched a decent amount of what he's saying. One of the things I would just say first and foremost is it always fascinates me when people out there will promote things which are so clearly in the Bible.
Yeah, come on.
Because it always just reminds me, it's like, I'm talking about fasting as well,
Yeah,
just to make it clear.
Sorry.
Right? It always reminds me that God has all the answers. And the funny thing is, it's like, when you read through the Bible, yeah, fasting is just like a given. It's something which you read about and it's like, it was just part of the people of God's like yearly calendar. It was
Yeah.
part of their lifestyle.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to me, man, that people will promote stuff, people will say stuff,
Yeah.
and people see it as like revolutionary. And it's like this ain't new.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's something which God has equipped us with. It's whether or not we're using it or not using it.
Yeah.
And it's like we spoke about it in the video about poverty being a sin. It's like, and we spoke about it all the time. It's like God has set things up. He's got systems. He's got principles, protocols. Like, it don't make it. It's like, it doesn't mean you're not a Christian if you don't use some of the principles. But you're just missing out. You're losing out. But yeah, man, that always fascinates me, innit? When people speak about stuff which is clearly in the Bible for us to utilize. But
Bro, like, people have different belief systems in it. And I think one of the things we need to look into is that, you know, some people worship religion.
yeah,
Some people worship science. Some people, you know, they'll tell you agnostic, but they believe in things, bro. And the key here is for us to acknowledge that when you see a man like this, and brother, like, he's animated,
Yeah, I like him.
you get, bruv, you know what I'm saying?
like
He
the way
like,
he's-
yeah, bruv.
yeah,
Like,
for
he's very kind of, he's what's the word, man? Charismatic, and he's like, there's a magnetism to the way he presents, bro. So those are added advantages to him himself, bro. So you see all of these things here, and he's preaching a gospel that they believe, bruv.
Yeah.
That they subscribe to. Science. You know, medical science. He's the doctor. He's not wearing his white jacket here, but, you know. And I think those things, bruv, are attractive to people in a natural realm.
Yeah.
Because for them, God, spirituality, and those things are far from them, bro. A lot of the people don't subscribe to those kind of, you know, to the kingdom thing. So when I see a person like this, bruv, it's oh wow, science says this. This is factually based. You guys have done studies. Some of these people can't even understand the papers, the what do you call it? These the words escaping me now. The papers, the study papers that these men will produce. Do you understand? Like the journal articles these men will produce. They produce these things, put them in for peer reviewing articles, bruv, in their peer documents, and they cannot understand these papers. And because these guys have wrote them, because they've done the studies, bro, they rely on these people because these are their prophets, bro.
Yeah.
These are their shamans, bro. So they look to these guys and they're like, yes. And the excitement is there, bruv. That, you know, the enticement is there, bro. And these are the challenges. This is why someone can present the exact same thing, bruv, that you read in the scripture, the exact same thing that's been preached to them from the scripture for years, millennia, centuries, bruv, since they were a child. But when someone says it that aligns with their worldview, bro, they will jump at it, bro. And it's only those of us who have eyes to see, bruv, ears to hear, who are familiar with the scripture, who are reading our Bibles, bruv, are able to align those things across, bro. And bruv, you know, it's a great disappointment, bruv. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's disappointing, bruv, when you see people jumping and dancing, spinning around on their heads, bruv, for this kind of stuff, bruv, when the scripture's been preaching it from the beginning.
it's like, I always just feel like, are people like this far behind that, like what you're saying, the prophet is coming with his message,
Yeah, bro.
and like they see it as like it's like some miracle.
Bro, it's mad. And no disrespect to this guy, bro. As you said, like very charismatic. He's got magnetism. I'm enjoying listening to him and watching what he's saying and the way he's presenting it, bro. Just people need to wake up, man. Like they need, like, people need to operate with a sobriety of mind. What? Because you append something with God, or you present the scripture and the scriptural verse it's coming from, people want to start taking offense, bro. But God is trying to help you. And why not get it from the source than to get it from somewhere else? And more to the point, you really want to wait 20 years until the medical science catch up and they figure it out, when you could go to the Ancient of Days and have this thing from the beginning, bruv.
Exactly. And it's like, I think it's like, it's not even about the guy. Like, obviously, he's helping people.
Yes, absolutely.
My thing is more so just on the people.
Yeah.
It's like how much stuff do you want to realize before you realize God has the juice? That's my thing.
Yeah.
When I think
true,
about
bro.
like the masses, I'm like,
It's real.
like fasting's one area, and obviously they will get into the whole intermittent fasting and this fasting and that fasting, all this different kind of stuff. It's like just fasting. Like fasting there's obviously spiritual benefit to it,
Absolutely. Come on.
and there's obviously physical benefit to it too. And it's like that's how God works on so many different levels. Like we will do something which, like, we'll be obedient in one dimension about something, which is obviously obedience to God. But so often attached to it is some sort of physical blessing, some sort of physical reward, which comes about from doing it. But yeah, man, it's like I'm just all of the stuff I'm saying is just more so like not even for the world. It's like just for Christians. Man.
Yeah.
I always feel like Christians should be the best
Come on.
in so many different categories.
Yeah.
And the only reason they're not in many more categories is because they're not doing things totally God's way.
Yeah.
They will do some of God's stuff and then mix it with some of the world stuff. And it's like, we could be a light like no other light if we did more. And I'm saying that to say, like, Christianity has revolutionized the world. So I'm like, don't get it twisted. But we could do so much more if we did so much more of what the word actually says.
Yeah.
People would look at us as believers like, what is that? Oh, boy.
That's powerful, bro. You know, I don't think people actually believe what you just said. I don't think they really believe it, bro. And I used to say before, when I was a lot younger, that, you know, the earth is like a bus stop. And like we came from God. We came from the mind of God, bro. We came here. And this is a pit stop for us to do our business and transact, and then we'll move on from here. And it's really important that people see that for what it is, because what you're describing here, bruv, is evidencing that these aliens that people are looking for, bruv, these extraterrestrial beings that they're looking for, the Bible talks to us about, bruv, we're sojourners, bruv. Yeah. We're here, bruv, transiting through. You are that alien power you're looking for, but don't understand it. This ain't your home. Your home is the kingdom. You understand? So thinking that, oh yeah, this is me, this is like, you know, this is my little postcode here and all that kind of thing. Bruv, these things are fleeting. Yeah. And when we understand genuinely that, you know, we are members, residents of God's kingdom, what you're talking about, that impact, bruv, that you're talking about that can be made, bruv, that someone looks at it and they're just like, but how? Wow, what is that? Bruv, that's amazing, bruv. But the mindset shift, the heart regeneration, bruv, that is required, bruv, is genuine and real, bruv. It's not this kind of play church or play Christianity that some people are doing, bruv. It's being all in. Yeah. When you go all in, then God can use you wholly, completely, and fully, bro. And that kind of transformation, people will see in your life, bro, and they will ask of your God, because your whole essence is testifying, bro. Yeah. It's testifying. You're not concerned about, bro, I could just go in on this, bro. You're not concerned about first world problems, bruv. Third world problems even, bro. Bruv, you're operating on a frequency, on a level way above that. And the impact is real. It's felt, bruv. It's a felt impact. Bruv, listen, some people are joking.
Let us know what you think about today's conversation. Short, sweet, but hopefully helpful to you as well. Until next time, peace.
Peace.